An apartment complex in northwest Omaha sits empty. The city announced this morning it will no longer be safe for residents to live in.
6 News' Marlo Lundak reports residents saw this coming for months, and now some are stranded. She joins us now live in the studio with continuing coverage. Marlo.
John Lauren, just days before Christmas, hundreds of residents of the Legacy Crossing apartments are in temporary housing, and some are even still looking for a place to go. People living in more than 165 units at the complex were told just this morning that they needed to leave their apartments by tonight.
We were woke up at 10 a.m. in the morning with the police knocking at our door telling us that we had to be over to the office in a half an hour, that they were condemning all of the buildings.
Deborah Reutler has lived at Legacy Crossing since 2019. She says it was in March when the complex's maintenance team stopped making repairs.
We've been without working appliances, working sinks and things like that since then.
She's been paying $1,300 a month to live in a complex that the city has now deemed a fire and safety hazard.
We have had rats, roaches, mice, bats. Quite a few of the apartment, their ceilings have caved in.
The same goes for Renee Kellogg, who moved to Legacy Crossing after facing several months of homelessness.
I don't want to pay for roaches to live with me. Like, I'm not a dirty person, so I don't want to have to live with roaches. But this is like, yeah.
I just brought these in to show you is a list of notice of property violations of reports that we have. And so that you can see they're a lot.
Heartland Family Services is working to help the residents in more than 165 units find a place to go. But Deborah says some people, including herself, have been overlooked.
After the tone, please record your message.
So far, she's only gotten through to the organization's voicemail. The automated message says it could take 3 days for her call to be returned.
Deborah Reutler. I'm facing homelessness immediately. I have had no assistance whatsoever. Please help. Thank you.
For Renee and Deborah, the future is still unclear. What's next?
I don't know.
It was hard because I was again homeless for 7 months, hotel hopping, trying to find a place. And now I got to do it again. I don't want to be a part of this. Like, this is not okay.
On your side in Northwest Omaha, Marlo Lundak, 6 News.
And amid the chaos of dozens of families and residents being forced to move out of their homes in just a matter of hours, there were some helping hands. 3 businesses, including Omaha Task Force Security, Dynasty Movers, and County Security, rented half a dozen U-Haul trucks to help move furniture out of the apartments. These businesses volunteered their time and even provided the services free of charge. Working with U-Haul, the companies were also able to secure 20 to 30 storage units for residents where they can keep their stuff for at least a month for free. They say if the tables were turned, they would appreciate the help too.
You know, Christmas is coming up Sunday. You know, this was the worst time. We have a storm coming in later this week, negative temperatures. It'd be a bad, situation. And some of the elderly people that we've helped out, we're so appreciative because some people don't have nobody to go to. So, we're here to help those out that's in need.
Residents were ordered this morning to be out of their units by 5 o'clock this afternoon. Many tell us they're being given until the end of the week to get all of their belongings out. And other organizations are looking to help out too. Community donations can be sent to the Omaha Community Foundation's Legacy Crossing Relief Fund. We'll have a link on our website, WOWT.com.
Hey, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Let me just say real quick, good morning to the chat, the people who's watching and looking in, and it is a Disgraced Vibrant. Welcome to the chat, Bro, Karma Diva, Sislo, and everybody watching. Please like and share the video. This is really unexpected for a lot of residents here in our city of Omaha. It is local news, but shit like this happens everywhere, so we're going to discuss it this morning. But please like and share the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Please and thank you. Go ahead, Karma Diva, babe.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Oh,
off.
you're fine. You're fine. Go ahead.
What I was saying is initially I thought those were the ones up there on like 104th and Maple, but those apartments are off of Fort. Those are the ones that are they on the same side. They right up the street from High V on Fort.
Yep, right on 105th. Yep.
That's where I kept looking. And I'm like, that name sounds familiar. As a matter of fact, my mister, his cousin, just moved out of those last year. He moved to Texas, but he only stayed there 6 months and then he was gone. I wonder if that was part of the reason why he didn't stay there as long as he has at other places. But that's
I'm
a
not sure,
terrible.
but it's a possibility. And I want to show this other video too that a resident took while they were putting people out, and then we're gonna jump back into this conversation. Let me just hit mute for a second, you guys, and then I'll play it for you.
All right. I'll read it. Okay, go ahead. Hello, I'm John Yao. I'm from City of Omaha. We are here today because the apartment complex as a whole has been deemed to be uninhabitable due to serious state and city code violations. Every building and apartment unit will be vacated and closed by the end of the day. We have resources, people at the clubhouse to assist you with any questions and any next steps for you. Please proceed to the clubhouse to meet with those folks that are here to help you.
Was he rehearsing that, or was he really reading it to somebody?
Girl, I don't even know.
He was talking about challenge people this morning, but okay, never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone. But bro, I'll ask you specifically. I mean, I love all you ladies too. You know, I wanted y'all here too. But bro has a ton of experience working with apartment buildings and doing maintenance and different things like that apartment buildings. So I wanted him to join us today because of the simple fact that I'm sure he can give us a lot of insight on probably what these tenants are dealing with and probably what the apartment building is dealing with. I know that a lot of the tenants since yesterday have been posting pictures, and I'm gonna show y'all some pictures too while he's talking, but they've been posting pictures of, I mean, just dead mice all around the building, like just all throughout the building, dead mice, rat traps, bugs, roaches, ceilings that are falling down. They show pictures of tubs that were broken and they've been waiting to fix for weeks and months and months. I mean, there's all kind of different things with this apartment building. So, bro, give us a little input if you can from your perspective of this apartment building, Legacy. I mean, they shut down the entire 17 units.
It was 600 units, but they shut down all. It was on. They were only had like 145 that were occupied.
Well, I meant. Let me backtrack. 17 buildings. That's what I meant. 17 buildings. Yeah, 17 buildings, but 44% of the property was occupied, but they shut down the whole thing.
Damn right. They supposed to shut it down. You got slumlords like that, I'm just gonna cut all off in them deep. I ain't even about to waste my time even being titty tat, none of that. They should have shut that shit down a long time ago. I had a partner that stayed up there where his my boy Romy, Jerome, matter of fact, Veronica's brother, he had stayed up there for a while and he had some fire damage and all kind of stuff where his his circuit breaker panel was catching on fire, sparking, every time he cut on his oven or his toaster, it'll blow his light circuit, all up. But anyway, when you have a lot of people that are foreign, and that's not to knock no foreigners, but when you have a lot of people that's from other countries that have a lot of money, a lot of wealth, and they invest in these properties, they're basically, it's all about a payment. Oh yeah, I accept housing. I'll go by your income. I don't give a shit because it's rat, roach, infest. We know all that. So if that man has been milking that property for years to a point to where, quote unquote, y'all mayor, after she done got done getting digged down and killed her husband. But anyway, you mean to tell me the city of Omaha
Why I just caught that?
Why you mean to tell me that the city of Omaha, it took all the years for them to figure out that this place was in violation after all the years and all the time the tenants and people been complaining. Now all of a sudden, y'all want to wait until basically one of the most popular holidays of the year, if not the most popular. It's cold as hell. And all of a sudden now, folks got to pick up, relocate, got fire marshals and people coming to my door saying, you got till 5 o'clock this afternoon to get the hell up, pack your shit and get the hell up out of here. I mean, y'all didn't know all this time that this man, I mean, who been paying the OPPD bill? Somebody got to pay their big portion. I mean, of course, you're going to have tenants that pay their portion, but each property also has actually a bill, like a utility usage bill. Who's paying that OPPD? Who's paying that MUD if there's for the water? Come on, man. Who's paying the property tax? Oh, so he wasn't registered, so he was getting tax free. Come on, man. Let me tell you something. When you got different units and everything from studios to 1 bed to 2 to 3 to 4 beds, all right, you have everything that's supposed, the basics that you're supposed to have is like shut off valves. So just in case, in your bathroom or in your main kitchen, so that way if you have a water burst or stuff like that, when you have buildings like they do down here, they want to throw these buildings up. They don't put safety shut-off valves on the waters. The water heaters are 15. Water heater now, the way they make them, they don't make them like they used to be where they can last for 20, 30 years. Nowadays, you might be good to get a water heater that might last you 5 years, if that. So I bet you most of the water heaters and boilers down there was old. I'm talking about probably from the 90s. We're probably talking about HVAC systems was, I mean, I bet you something. When did they show the circuit breaker panels? Some of them apartments around there are still using it. Y'all remember they look like little glass, like little they look like big bottle caps with like glass, like a big light bulb, you know, they look like a glass bottle cap. There's some people still in there still using them, and them is illegal.
Oh, are they?
My mother-in-law even had them. Well, you might well say they're illegal, sis. Come on, man, with the type of phase, electrical phases that we own up nowadays. I mean, you know, your 2-phase is like for like commercial. You know, single phases is for like home. When you get in the 3-phase, you can be talking about like hotels, big commercial, industrial buildings. You know, if you ever hear somebody say the phases, that's the level of electricity that's being conducted. Because let me tell you something. A 1-phase will tear you out the frame. A 2-phase will blow you back in half. But a 3-phase, they'll be picking your ass up with a doggone shovel, whatever's left of it. So for people to be in those type of predicaments, rats, roaches, rodents, I've been through all that, man. Me and my family's been through all that, man. Hell, we was in San Antonio in 2014-15, just got out the shelter. Wasn't even a month in the doggone me place, man, and the doggone roof, literally, my ceiling caved in right above my doggone stove. You know how long it took for them to come up there and take care of that? My neighbor, rest her soul, she was cool. That was a homegirl. But when I say that girl had, it was like her apartment unit was the queen hive for roaches on the whole property.
Damn.
When I say you got roaches, when I say hell, if you even walk past or if you even sit down on the couch, it wasn't none in the furniture, but hell, you even walk a few feet or disturb the wall or hit the light flick, they coming out the vent, they coming out the light socket. I mean, all that. But they kept their place clean, but it was just, I'm like, why? You know, you have owners and people that are like that. You have people that, and the funniest part about it, me and my wife was when we were doing newspaper delivery, the guy that actually owned the property, he was one of the main ones, like on the last part of the route that we would be delivering to in a very nice, ritzy neighborhood. So
now, a lot
it's
of
like,
time when people have rodent problems and roaches, it's because they have that rotten wood too, and
that
rotten,
too. That don't help.
and that they are, those rodents and stuff are attracted to those rotting like floor beams, ceiling beams, plaster.
Anything wet and they can keep them covered, moist, all that. It's just like, and you know, roaches love anything. They don't care if it's wet, dry, hot, cold, poison. Hell, it could be a cigarette butt. If it got some kind of DNA or some food leftovers from somebody's crusty ass lips hitting them cigarettes, guess what? Them roaches gonna be on it. So when you have a rodent in a lot of that stuff comes from people bringing them, as well as just infestation. That means that you did not care. It don't matter. All you care about is the fact that you was getting that monthly stipend. You didn't care nothing about fixing nothing. Oh, okay, we'll take care of it. Knowing he didn't have no maintenance personnel. You're supposed to have at least, if you don't have a maintenance that live on site, at least you're supposed to have some type of company or subcontractor that you can call. So if there's a 24-hour maintenance service.
Right.
That man didn't have nothing for nobody. They got that. From my understanding, they still got piles of snow. See that right there? Yeah. That's straight up ass whooping. There's no way in the world I'm gonna be living like that. Come on, man. And then on top of that, the city had the nerve to sit around here and want to say that like y'all did not know. So basically it took all that for the city to shut down that many doggone units because y'all that doggone infested.
Well,
Like, are you kidding me?
not taking their side, but they also have to do their due diligence and also
That's
try at least put in the effort to try to find housing for these people. And
That's true.
according to what Mean Jean said in one of the interviews, in one of the press conferences, she said for the most part they have housing available for pretty much the same price for these people to move to. So hopefully they are able to take advantage of that. I'm hoping that that's a true statement that they have somewhere else to move to, because I would truly. We already got a bad homeless population. It would be just absolutely horrible to have. Oh, that's just so nasty. That would just be horrible to have so many people disenfranchised, especially with the weather the way it is and with the holidays coming up. Hell, most people deal with depression already at the holidays, and this would just send somebody over.
Yeah, that right there is just
Right about that. And I want to just
that's
welcome the
ridiculous.
people in the chat who just joined us in SAG Life, Georgia Peach, Vibrant. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please make sure you like and share the video, please, and thank you very much. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say was that that's just outright trifling and ridiculous. It's all about at the end of the day. I'm not saying all landlords are all homeowners or people like that, but when you have people or property owners that actually does allows this type of condition to happen, they not only have lack of respect for whatever the laws that are in place, but they also have a lack of respect for human life. Like all you care about
humanity in general. Yeah.
You don't. Yeah. All you care about the fact that I'm getting a stipend from the government or I'm going off of your income. So if you say that you only make $1,200 a month, hell, I at least need $800. They don't care how they get it.
These people are, for the most part, if these landlords work with them, but they awful greedy right now. But if they work with them, they gonna find a place because it's winter, and these landlords, they don't like their places to be empty in winter, especially taking a chance on the pipes freezing and stuff. So they will put people in these houses and apartments and stuff, even if
knowing that they can't afford it.
Right. Even if
Even
it's
if they can't afford it.
just to get them through the winter months, so they pipes don't freeze. They'll put them in there. Ooh.
Basically, that's my bad. That's
I wanted to read. I had posted something, but the words is just too small, and I can't get my thing to blow up this morning. But what do you think about this, you guys? There's a lady named Lisa Marie, and she posted yesterday, and she said she has 3 vacancies in Omaha, bedroom apartments. So she was telling people, if they know anybody who was, put out. And she said basically what happens in a lot of these situations, and y'all tell me if y'all agree or not with her. She said, so what happened in this particular situation is that they said she said Omaha is the problem because our rent here is too low. And that when people buy property with intentions to renovate them, and like in this case, they would have to put up 10 to 15,000 per unit, so about another 6 million for a property, of this size, the ones that were put out. And she said, now that's about $300,000 per month. $300,000 per month. And she said, well, rent's around $800. This totaled about $345,000 of revenue. But she said lots go into taxes. She said there's staffing, monthly repairs, operating costs, water, electricity, lawn care, snow removal, dumpsters, and all that kind of stuff. And she said that complex was operating in a negative or barely passing by. So she said this problem is Omaha's problem because our rent is not high enough in some parts of the city to cover the needed repairs that some landlords need to do. And she said, so as the city starts to come down on the landlords and beat them into renovating spaces for affordable housing, she said affordable housing will not be a thing because landlords won't have any money left over at the end of the month.
Okay, but
so
my
how do
thing
you
is,
feel about what she said?
okay, but they don't have to repair every damn thing at once. They can do go in there and fix the electrical this month. 2 months later, okay, let me get the pipes together. They don't have, and then they recouping their money every month anyway. They recouping their money.
What I'm saying though is that our rent here is not high enough. But I'm like, hold up now. Before I purchased my home
That's somebody just being greedy.
March, before I purchased my home in March this year, my rent was almost $1,000 for a 3-bedroom, a small 3-bedroom house. Carmen, you've been in my house several times, a small 3-bedroom house, and I was paying $1,000. Like that's when I really was like, fuck that shit. I'm about to go find me a home to buy, and I got good credit too. Shit, fuck that shit. She was about to raise my rent again, and we were still going through COVID. So yeah, I left that house and bought a house. But I mean, most of the rent here is not cheap. So I don't know what
it never was. I mean, if you do it, let me tell you something. If it is cheap, go ahead, sis. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, not for what people are making at their job. That's not cheap.
The income ain't catching them.
They not making enough to live off of as it is. They struggling to pay the rent as it is. They struggling to pay high ass MUD and OPPD bills as it is. And you know why they struggling to do that? Because the landlord won't invest into their properties. So many of these places, if they came in and redid the insulation and put in some good windows, then your OPPD and your MUD bills will go down. And then also the landlord, you would have a quality place. Yeah, you might be able to raise a little bit more of the rent because you have invested in your property. But if you're not doing nothing to bring it up, yeah, you doing this. What's the I can't even think of the word, but you renting these subpar buildings, and then you expect people to pay exorbitant prices.
Exactly.
You must be out of your mind. Who the hell wants to live here?
Right. And I just posted the link to anybody who wants to donate. I am not pressuring nobody to donate, especially those who don't even stay in our community. But if your heart moves you and you want to give it was 17 buildings of residents. How many altogether? How many residents? 600? 600.
It's 600 apartments.
And 44%. 44%.
Yeah, so they said 145 were occupied.
Right. So 145 residents had to move days before Christmas here in our city because the city condemned the building. So I just posted a link so that if anybody wants to donate, there is a relief fund for the people who wants to donate and be a helping hand. It's the Omaha Community Foundation. You click on the link I put in the chat and you can donate anything from $1 on up, whatever you want to donate. If you want to know.
Yeah, Jean Stothert said at this point they've raised like 320,000.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
They need to keep going. That's a
So
lot of
Right.
families, that ain't.
about 300 some
And
thousand.
then,
But I'm like, why don't y'all take those funds out the city? Because, like, okay, so let me read this statement that somebody
but you
made.
know the city gonna have their hands all up in it.
Right, and
Exactly.
let me read this post. One of my Facebook friends
Finally.
made a post yesterday, and they said concerning the Legacy Crossing, it makes me angry with the owner and management company, because and he said I really don't like the way the city waited until they could sensationalize the situation and handle it so poorly. I feel the tenants' pain. And he said, on the other hand, when you can see multiple issues stacking up in the apartment complex with no resolution, it's time to start looking at other options for living space and act. There are plenty of bum slumlords and irresponsible management companies. So you really have to be thorough when researching these places. It's not just about how nice it looks up front. Those apartments were once very nice and well kept. Garbage companies buy these complexes and all goes downhill.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like Bro said, you know, we have a lot of basically absentee landlords. A lot of these, and this goes back to about a year or two ago. I was talking about Lovely people saying how we had all these foreigners, these foreign nationals, um, these companies. They come in and they find these houses in lower income neighborhoods and they swoop in and they buy them, but they don't leave anybody in charge for maintenance,
Because
and
they want
that's
to
what
own the
ends
land.
up happening. Yeah.
They want to
Now,
own the land so that way they can move our asses up out and get that land back.
right now, what I did want to say, there are. I don't have any phone numbers. Y'all can Google this. There are, off the top of my head, I know of at least 3 organizations that can help. I don't know how their funds are right now, but you can give them a call if you need the help. Um, there's the match program, MAACH. That is a federally funded program, and they have until the end of the year to get rid of them funds. Don't let the mayor or Omaha tell you they don't have no money. They have the money. It's federally funded. It's
That's
allocated
for Omaha.
especially for housing. There's Heartland Family Services, Lutheran Services, and then I believe not Sacred Heart, but Catholic Charities. And then there's
They,
also Salvation Army.
they
So
yeah.
there are plenty of places to contact. I heard you mumbling in the background, Negro, but
And
there are plenty.
I'm gonna pull up this other video, a little bit of what Jean Stothert had to say. It was a long video press conference, but I'll show a little bit of it if you guys don't mind.
The hell with Jane. Tell
And
Jane
then we
anyway.
can continue on here because I guess she's saying a lot of the Facebook posts are not accurate. You know, she don't like bad press, y'all. You know, she don't like bad press.
How's she gonna tell the people that live there they ain't accurate?
Hold on, let me play it for y'all. I'm gonna hit mute.
I say all y'all go move in with Jean.
Turn the podium over.
Fuck around get killed.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Mayor. I'll just give you an update to where we're at right now. OFD personnel and city housing planning inspectors, housing inspectors, have already made a first pass through all of the units. So they've knocked on all the doors, 408, like the mayor said. They've already worked through that. And currently, probably right now, we're doing a second pass for the doors, going back to those doors where people did not answer. So we're making sure we're doing a sweep, right? Generally, the people who have been contacted have been very cooperative, very understanding of the situation. We've made contact with 85 people, residents, if you will, of those apartment units. We also have verified that 91 of the units are vacant and nobody's living in them. Later this afternoon, we're going to do a third pass, again, OFD, along with planning housing inspectors. This time we're going to take maintenance staff with us. And so when we knock on those doors, again, those are ones that we haven't had contact with, who didn't answer the door before, we'll go ahead and knock. And if nobody answers, then the maintenance staff will gain access to those units. Planning staff probably will not go in, but I think OFD staff will accompany the maintenance people into those units, and so we can assess those. And again, so we can help the people who might be there who didn't answer the door, whatever situation may be. So that's the update right now, and we'll be available as the day goes and as the week goes to answer your questions. Thanks.
Thank you both to Chief and Dave. Just to show you, I just brought these in to show you is a list of notice of property violations of reports that we have. And so that you can see they're a lot. And so there's some very, very serious issues going on there. And I know if you look at social media already, there's tweets out there that I want to say are absolutely unfair and inaccurate, saying the city of Omaha is throwing people out with no place to go. And that is not what is happening. Obviously, by when we talk about the violations, you can see that they are abundant. It's very dangerous. We want these people to be safe, and we are finding a way today to make sure that they have places to go and that they will all be taken care of tonight, and then help them with their belongings, etc., and to find other placement for housing. So it is something, I know it's terrible when you think about this happening right before Christmas, but it's also, as I read the violations and what's going on in there, it's just deplorable to think to allow people to stay living under those conditions. And so we felt like the best thing to do for the residents is to get them out and get them in someplace safe. I would like Amy Melton, that sits in her district, and I wanted to call her up and let her say a few words.
I want to predict.
Okay, go ahead, Carmelita.
I'm about to predict two things that's going to happen. The first is this is about to turn into a squatter's heaven. And the second is once the squatters move in, there's going to be a fire, a big fire. Just saying. Those are my two predictions for those.
Oh yeah, the squatters, they probably heard this on the news and was like, oh hell yeah, we got somewhere to stay for the winter. Party on with all the roaches and the rats and the mice and the bed bugs.
They don't care. And to them, they don't care because A, it ain't their building, and B, hell, it beats living on the street. So
I agree. That's how they gonna feel. I agree.
Well, you just send Jean old funky ass down there, and then Jean, I know you listening, helpful with the. You still ain't answered the question. Why you sitting around here to marry your husband, dead husband, ex-friend? I don't know, but anyway, we want to make sure to see where your hands is getting involved in it. And how come the city of Omaha?
Married to her dead husband's best friend.
How come the city hall? How come the city mayor couldn't do nothing when she was out of town? When y'all was going through y'all thing here a while back, about a year or two ago, well, how come they couldn't find Jean? Now all of a sudden she wants to be all on the front line about, well, a lot of the things on social media is just inaccurate. Man, you know, she wants to be the front line and say, oh, I told you guys that I was a great mayor and I was going to save the day. I helped 17 families help move, even though I know they live with roaches, rats, and beer bottles and nigga shit and every doggone thing else. Yeah, we're going to get them together and know the city of Omaha. Yes, the city of Omaha is, because y'all the ones that got the doggone me. Y'all the ones that's regulating the fundraising. So don't tell me that y'all ain't got y'all hands in it. Somebody's hands is greasy.
They got their hands in
it. Now that you say that, bro, and welcome to the chat, Jackson Street 2300. How you doing, love? I ran across another post by Sarah Slattery for Nebraska. I have no idea who she is, but that's the name of her page. She must be running for something. But Sarah Slattery for Nebraska said, remember when Senator Clements was the deciding vote on the veto override to get federal money for rent assistance in Nebraska? She says, I sure do. And she said, I bet Legacy Crossing folks could have used that money to move into safer accommodations. 165 families displaced in mid-December. This is absolutely abhorrent. Senator Clemens has a chance of siding with landlords, big businesses, and money every chance he gets. If you're his constituents, please let him know that people are more valuable than money, or this will just keep happening. We can and must do better. That's what Sarah Slattery said.
He
Amen.
ain't gonna do shit neither. I'm
They
so
not
tired
gonna
from
do
all
it, but
these.
I say amen to what she said.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna roll with her on
All that money, where that money went? Why wasn't Legacy receiving any of those donations?
Oh, they
Legacy didn't have to
probably
receive
won't.
it. The owner was popular in that. That Legacy ain't getting shit. I ain't paying you. I ain't country. I ain't what Bertie Mac said and Players Club. I ain't paying them country boys shit. Goddamn thing.
And one of my cousins, I ain't gonna say her name, but she had made a Facebook post. She said, this is so wrong. I have seen tenants complain about that place for years.
Yeah, they wrong as hell. Like I said, the homie, he had to move up out of there because he had number. Yeah, it was an issue he was dealing with.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yep.
I'm That's
Let's
that right there, man.
What they say, the humanity.
Yes,
Well,
and I'm
shit.
gonna give a shout out. Can we please give a shout out? I was talking this to the ladies earlier before we started, but so many people in our city who are not a part of the government, just regular old citizens like you and I, specifically Chrome Lewis. He made a post on Facebook yesterday and he said, I need all trucks, I need all men, I need strong teenagers, I need anybody who can help, truck, trailer, tractor, anything you can provide to help move these residents. Do y'all know how cold it is here? It is supposed to be feeling like, I've told y'all about the weather. All this week, it's going to be feeling like -14 through -30.
It is literally 3 degrees outside.
The high tomorrow,
Yeah,
the high tomorrow is -3. The high Thursday is -5. Our highs this week is the negatives, and the low is like -30, -15, -10. This is like the perfect time to the perfect week. Days before Christmas to put these people out when they had years and years and years to condemn this building, or at least make the management do repairs.
So are they gonna do them like they did that man from over there, Tommy Rose, when they made him shut down and redo everything, and then they sued him too? Are they gonna are they gonna do this to this landlord too?
If he don't, if that ain't the same owner. Hello.
Well.
Can we get a well from Cicelo? Well. There we go.
We need to record that.
I know Cicelo knows she be jamming. That's our church singing lady right there.
Cause Massa definitely about to sell somebody today.
Massa ain't gonna sell us today, but Massa moving them people out the homes in the middle of the dead winter. I cannot believe while we sleeping in the comfort of our own homes when it's -30 degrees here this week, there's people out there trying to find a place to live. It's so sad. I mean, my heart was like, anybody who ever been put out, hey, I've been homeless before, so I know some people.
Man, that don't feel good, man.
On this platform, some people. I was homeless before for years and living bed to bed, couch to couch, and some of the time was in the winter and the dead of summer, and it just like it's never a good thing.
You said it right, dead of summer.
Yeah, the dead of summer, because damn, you can die in these damn conditions in the winter or the summer. And put these people out and they ain't got nowhere to go. Did you see the ladies on the phone talking about ain't nobody answering the phones? They just standing outside
for like 3 days.
They should have had
they get back here in 3 days.
They should have had these people places to stay for 165 units before they put them out. Not put them out and then find a place to stay.
So let me ask you, how are they going to allocate those funds that were raised? How are they going to disperse that?
Exactly. We gotta ask old Jean about that.
Well, from my understanding, for those that they found places Heartland Family Services basically was the main ones that was coordinating it. So basically, wherever they find those places at, including the hotels, they're going to pay the hotel bills until they find them permanent housing. But
Yeah.
everybody else that can get into, like the ones that have first dab, like, hey, we got only so many units or houses that are available. So it's going to be kind of like, okay, the first come, first serve. Well, kind of like, okay, we know that all y'all are in the same predicament, but some of y'all might have to stay in the hotel for about a week. Some, it might take a little bit longer. It might take a couple of weeks, but nevertheless, we're going to get everybody a new place in the same vicinity, kind of in the same area, but a different, under different ownership, different properties. So
Yeah,
I think
also
Heartland,
mentioning the storage units. So they was mentioning they gonna be having their stuff in storage unit for
right.
A month for
for
free.
free. So I'm sure they're gonna pay those storage units,
Yeah, they're going to pay them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to pay them. That's how they allocate it in order for them to get that break.
They can write off that stuff too. They can write. It's the end of the year. It's the perfect time for them to write
They
off.
finna write that off.
Yep.
And let me tell you something. If they don't raise the place and what they're going to end up doing, the city going to end up condemning it, and they're going to give it to a big developer that's going to send in a renovating crew. They're going to gut that shit, and they're going to turn right back around. And I'm talking about new plumbing, new electrical, new roofing, new windows, new doors, new everything. And they're going to turn around and take them same regular ass apartments, and they're going to have that doggone rent over there probably for the one bedroom. It's going to start off about $200 a month.
Well, let me tell y'all this. For the people who are not in Omaha, our weather this week is going to be -4 tonight, -1 tomorrow night, -1. Oh my God, it's y'all. Oh my God.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
Yeah, and MUD probably still trying to cut folks' doggone gas off.
Oh, they better not. Because
they can't.
not.
If it's below 20 degrees, they cannot.
They
Legally,
sure can't. They better not.
I don't trust nothing that them folks
That's
do.
just like in the summertime. If it's above, I want to say 85 or 90.
No, I think it's 95 or 98. I think it's 90, 95, 98.
Something like that. OPPD can't cut it off.
Well, that's all of them, really.
Can y'all see
That's
that?
really anywhere.
I know it's
Hold on,
kind
let
of
me
small, but I know it's kind of
No,
small.
I see it.
Today,
that cold.
14, the low is 4. Tomorrow, the high is 25 degrees. The low is -10. And the rest of the week, Thursday is going to feel like -13 at night. Friday is going to feel like -10 at night. Now, keep in mind the wind chills. All week
Christmas Day is going to be feeling like summer.
All week long at nighttime with the negative temps, with the wind chill is going to feel like -20 to -30 degrees all this week at night. So like a lot of Jean cannot be upset that a lot of people in our community is outraged because this apartment complex has received hundreds and hundreds and thousands.
And my thing is this: they've been receiving these complaints
for years.
What would it have killed them to let them ride it out to the end of the month?
Or killed them?
You know these people. These people done paid their rent already. So now it's the middle of the month. They done paid their rent, and now they don't have nowhere to go.
It's so
broke. Everybody broke. But I'm
Right.
trying to figure out how. I'm just trying to figure out how and why did they allow all this to get to the point that it's at without any repercussions or consequences. But I bet you did.
With roaches, not like you see I ain't seen a roach in any of my homes in probably how old am I ain't even gonna say my age. Forever, okay? These people are living with roaches. Like y'all saw the video and the pictures I showed. I mean, mice just running around rampant through all these buildings. Roaches, ain't no telling what other kind of pests they got living up in that building. And not only that, but people have complained about their ceilings falling down, their electricity not working, their pipes not working. There's all kind of bullshit for years. So the fact that Mean Jean, chose this before Christmas, how heartless can you be? I'm sorry. That's heartless because they could have done this last week, the week before. Come on now. This building has been in violation forever.
Right. Like I
So
said,
she
what difference would it have made if they'd have let them ride it out to the beginning of the month, to the
Right.
beginning of the year?
Do you know people got foods probably stored up for Christmas dinner? They got gifts and all kind of stuff, so they might be real low on funds for one. And then what they gonna do with all their food that they have? And some of them ain't got no place to go.
They're going to have to give them a voucher.
It's
Like
just it's
they're going to
ridiculous.
have to give them a voucher, cut for food spoilage and all that.
And
My
all they
thing is that
clothes, give them money for all their clothes and belongings because the way that place is infested, I wouldn't want that shit to go anywhere else. And
hell,
you
well,
want
want the
to get
tenant?
a post infestation, you got to throw away TVs,
Well,
VCRs.
if I was the tenant, then well, here's the thing: what the city should have did then was that if that's the case, and they knew a lot of those folks couldn't afford rental insurance, I would have gave them a complimentary rental insurance just to cover their basic belongings. But then you would have to convince the insurance company, and how you convince the insurance underwriters, you're gonna have to slide somebody some money. Well, that's where Mean Jean come in at, because old Jean, well, I can't call her Mean Jean because that's my mother-in-law's nickname. So Jean Stothert, that funky ass ever don't deserve that. You can't call her Mean Jean. We're gonna call her Dirty Jean. Cause that helper, anybody that get their doggone husband knocked off, girl, boy, she must got some mean, boy, she got boy,
She
how you
got
go,
that
how
snapper.
you go? Yeah, she got that snapper and it ain't red, girl. But I'm trying to tell you, how you gonna go and get your husband and got him, he done killed himself, you done ran him crazy at the whole same time while you getting your salad talked by his best friend. And then you got the nerve to want to come up here and want to put people out in the middle world. She figured I'm not gonna get reelected anyway because I done already got you goofy ass niggas for the last damn near 8 to 12 years. So hell, this is my third time. So I'll do what the hell I want to
Right.
do. I
She
ain't
ought
gonna
to
answer your
maybe
call.
she didn't want
I'm not gonna answer y'all. I'm not
I
gonna
just
answer your call.
I just saw a post by somebody here in Omaha. They said they want to give everybody an update. They have provided us with a hotel for the next 2 weeks. We are working with
Well, I tell you,
Heartland Services for a new apartment. Today we'll just be getting our belongings packed and moved to Hopeful Storage Unit. I want to thank everyone for support, especially everyone helping out any residents at Legacy Crossing. So that's what one resident posted on their Facebook. So they said they give them a hotel for a couple of weeks, and then
to. Well,
well,
that's
that's it.
good.
Heartland is going to hopefully, get them an apartment building or somewhere to live.
No,
Hopefully,
they gonna get them somewhere. Just but here's the thing: you got to be. It depends on because see here's where a lot of the. I mean, you gonna have some landlords. The landlords that's gonna stick their neck out is gonna be the ones that really can't, but they're gonna be because they understand the situation. So they're going to take that risk and that chance. But then you're gonna have those other landlords that got plenty of plethora of properties and all that, and be like, nah, what they credit like? Well,
Right.
well, how long they been on their job? Are they on disability? No, I can't deal with them because my rent starts off at $1,500, and that's for one bed. And you say you have a family of five? Yeah, ma'am, you're going to need a 3 bed, 2 bath. Yeah, and those rental units come off at about 2,200. The best I can do is give you a discount, but you're going to have to pay me at least 1,800. Dude, I only
Look,
make
they're gonna say
2,000
we'll give you a discount, all right. You won't have to pay the move-in fee. There you go.
basically, but I only make 2,000 a month total. Well, shit, sorry, man, but the lowest I can go is 1,800. Your utilities is probably averaging out between OPPD and MUD about 350. So
Hmm.
you putting the person right there only gonna be able to relax for about another month or two before you take them to court and get them thrown out, and then what?
Right.
See, so yeah, it's a big clusterfuck. My thing is that if you was if it was me, just me, I'm just speaking on me, and I know I have some landlord partners and stuff like that. And even if we didn't have the units to put people in the houses or units, I'm gonna go to one of these decent ass hotels. I'm talking about the hotels that will feed these people. I ain't talking about no kind of lodge, no Motel 6. I'm talking about one of them little decent ones where they can get a little decent hot breakfast, or just in case their kids need to eat breakfast before they go to school or out of school, whatever.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go basically rent out at least however many families. So you basically give me a couple of floors. I need each room, and we all gonna piece together. You tell me, okay, minimum 2 weeks. Okay, minimum 2 weeks, y'all. Maximum, really 2 weeks, but it shouldn't take us that long to get these people in places. We're all landlords and homeowners.
They
So
finna put
maximum,
some people in that raggedy ass Days Inn right there
like
off
I
of
said,
the interstate. Watch.
I will put them somewhere decent where I know the D folk can eat. I don't care nothing about all that. No, they need to be, or you don't have too many hotels that you can cook at. I know there's one out there by Oakview, but that's how I be, so we know how that goes. But anyway, that's just me, because then if you want to say you want to get in the good graces of the public, you know how well that that you would just become like, it'll be almost like you almost a savior. But it's not about that. I'm just saying, like, if you was really really trying to do something for the community, this is the best time for any of them to do. And that goes from not just homeowners and landowners. I'm talking about movers, like that brother said about the truck. Anybody that got a capable truck, a moving company, even a storage company. I would have donated a handful of storages. Be like, you know what? Don't worry about none of it. Just basically, you ain't even really got to give me a lot. Just basically make sure that if you want to take care of the few in my U-Haul trucks or rental trucks, that's fine. I'll take some money for that, so that way these people can move their stuff out. They got to move it on their own, but I can donate my truck. Oh, okay. Well, man, shit, I can donate about 3 units. Well, man, I got a couple of storage unit places. I can rent like a whole row. It's maybe about 7 or 8 units, maybe like a 10 by 15. I only got about 4 10 by 15s and like 3, 10 by 10s. But hey, man, they are more than welcome. I'll provide a lock for them. Little small shit. But there's somebody, I guarantee you right now, listening to what we said, they're trying to still figure out a way to try to milk these people, even at their most crisis type of time.
Of
like
course,
real shit.
There's always.
And Stothert, you ought to be ashamed of yourself with your goat mouth ass. But I ain't mad at you. Apparently, you know the game, heifer, because you got elected not 1, not 2, but 3 times, and end up widowed. But at the same time, you end up getting married less than a short time later after your husband wasn't even the formaldehyde wasn't even leaking out of his ass yet. You already wouldn't jumped up and got married again.
I cannot take it nowhere.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm just telling y'all. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, woman. I hope you watching this with your funky ass and all you other landlords out there, slumlords out there that ain't about the business to help people. This is the best time to help people. You need to go hang yourself. Because what the hell is you a landlord for? I'm here to make money.
Oh, bro.
You in the money to make you're in the money. You're in the business to make money, but you got to also understand too. Everybody that owns something at one time or another in their life didn't have shit. I don't care who you are. You didn't have a motherfucking thing, nothing. So don't act like that. Oh, you can't be of a good Samaritan. Well, I gotta work. Shit, I'll fuck around and donate. I ain't got too much of a whole lot of nothing left over at all. I depend on my bills, but hell, I might donate a little few dollars or something. It might not go that far, but guess what? It's the principle of it. And if my little old bus catching ass can do it, then how come some of you cats around here with all your big money and I got 15 houses and 3 apartment complexes with 600 units? How come y'all can't do something? Y'all gotta let this goat mouth heifer that like to set up people and get her own damn spouse killed come and want to regulate. Oh, well, people are not. And then whoever that person was talking about the rent ain't enough in Omaha, Nebraska. I don't even want to be disrespectful to you, but you done lost your rabbit ass mind.
You know what, y'all want to read this? You know the pictures of the mice and the roaches and all that I showed y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of the residents posted that, and I'm not gonna, say which one it was, but the person said on Facebook, I want to make this very clear. I am a clean person, so this is so embarrassing for me to even post. That's pertaining to all those pictures I showed y'all. The person said, I had to move into these apartments October 29th. I needed something fast and cheap. $1,300 is what she had. And so she needed to stack up to buy a house. She said the first 31 days of her living there, they refused to give her a mail key. They kept adding fees to the residential portal where I pay bills. She said, I kept everything documented for this reason because I just had a feeling this kind of shit was going to happen, basically.
Mm-hmm.
She said my heat wasn't working for the first month of me living there as well. And maintenance didn't come fix it till about 2 weeks ago. She said, I had to borrow space heaters because it was 50 degrees in my apartment. She said, bugs, mice, mold. She said, can explain why me and my 4-year-old daughter has been consistently sick since living there. She said, they refused to help do anything, but instead they took my money still knowing this was going on. She said, I just paid rent 4 days ago and one of the managers quit and went on vacation. She said, this can and will be a huge lawsuit. If anyone knows a lawyer, we can all get together and start the process. And then she said, in the meantime, we have to live in a hotel right before a blizzard and before Christmas. Prayers to everyone who is being affected by this. I'm seriously in shock this is happening. All of my things is wintertime. I'm tired and just want to relax. And she said, Heartland Family Services have not been helping. She said they will get back to me in 3 days, and then told me it will take 7 days to even figure out where and how they're going to put their people in hotels, and to try my hardest to find family to live with. She said, this is ridiculous. The Omaha community has been helping one another, but the old mayor can't even stick to her own words. She said, the news is a lie and this situation is messed up for all of us. And I just had to read that because that says it all. Jean Stothert, Mayor Jean. And that goes back to the lady who you saw in the video, the news story, who was on the phone talking about she just keeps calling in Heartland. And I'm sure they probably busy. Their line's probably busy because of all these phone calls. But here's another resident that said Heartland is not helping.
Wow.
So again, my heart goes out to all these people. I don't even know if I got family members who live in those buildings. I don't even know. But I guess I'll just keep looking for posts, on my, I got a 3-bedroom house. I don't have extra bedrooms, but I got a big basement, a big storage room. I don't know.
Bam is not trying to share that basement with nobody.
Shit, depending on which cousin it is, he might be like, yeah, come on, especially,
Bam
he's all into video
games. Like me and Cuz can kick it, but Cuz gotta leave my space.
I'm just saying, I
know. Storage. Leave your belongings in storage.
That shit can't come. No offense to anybody. If any Legacy residents see this video, no offense. But when we know y'all got bed bugs and roaches and mice and mold and all that stuff, throw that shit away. Throw that shit away. We can go to the Goodwill thrift store somewhere and buy you all new clothes, something like throw that shit away. I recommend nobody take that shit to anybody's house, not to the hotels, not to the houses. Leave that shit. Throw that shit away. Leave that shit. Fuck that.
This is where some of y'all
Do you remember okay, Carmel Diva, y'all remember the high risers, right? On 408. I used to live there, and I remember somebody who lived there too, and they wanted me to help them get rid of roaches because my apartment was like roach free. And a lot of other people had issues with roaches. So I'm like, okay, this is what I do. I grew up in the hood. We had roaches from time to time. This is what my mom used to do. So I went and bought all this stuff for this tenant. There's all kind of shit. Board, raid, there's all kind of traps, everything. And I get to their house, and we all have patios and everything, right? So they said the roaches is everywhere, like even in the couches and everything. I said, they in the couches? I said, well, hold up. Well, take the pillows off. Let's spray in the couches. So we sprayed in the couches, under the couches. When I tell you it was an army on my mama in heaven, I swear it was probably thousands of roaches that came running out that couch. I said, oh no. I said, girl, I was like, put the couch on the patio. Let's drag the couch to the patio. We dragged the couch as close to the patio as we get because, it couldn't fit through the patio door. But we dragged the couch right up to the patio, and them roaches was just running off the patio. I don't know if they fell to their death. I don't know if they were able to crawl down to the next building. I have never seen this shit was like sci-fi. I was like, this is just
look like that old movie, Joe's Apartment.
I'm like, this is just the roaches in the couch that you got. What about what's else in the house? And I'm like, oh my. I said, here's all the things you'll need. I'll holla. I left before they tried to catch a ride home with me to my apartment because I was like,
I know that.
Man, I swear to God, we had to put the couch up to the patio door. That's how many roaches was running out that person's couch.
Yeah.
Sislo,
that's too bad.
What's going on with your camera, Sislo? You trying to show us something?
Because
Because we can see a little bit. Yeah, put your thing
Yeah,
up.
make sure you ain't be out there
Not
flashing.
naked or nothing. Shoot.
Yeah, make sure you ain't over there flashing.
You don't want to see all that. Not. It's too early in the morning.
So y'all, we have been on here for an
You can't drink
hour.
till afternoon. You can't show your body parts till afternoon too.
Girl.
We've been on here an hour. I don't think there's much more we can discuss
Yeah, I
about
think we
this
just covered about
situation.
everything. Just mainly people keep these residents in our city in your prayers. We will keep in our prayers. I'm going to donate. I get paid tomorrow, so I'm going to donate when I get paid tomorrow. And if there's anybody I know personally that I know,
And Tanya's gonna donate for me.
I'm gonna donate. If there's anybody personally that I know, hold up. I just gotta hold up, y'all.
Oh yeah, we need the bishop from Brooklyn. Take the pictures. We need you to donate too.
Keep talking. I gotta talk real quick.
I'm go live later on. I got it already set up. I just, take the picture.
Yeah, we gotta take the pictures. We gotta take the pictures. Yeah, my bad. I fell asleep. I've been old man tired lately.
Yeah,
I've been just tired lately.
Hold up, y'all. I gotta show y'all this video real quick, y'all, before we go. I gotta show y'all this video real quick before we go. I just got this video from my grandbaby.
Oh.
He's trying to count, y'all. He's trying to count. Hold on. I gotta show y'all. Hold on. He's so cute.
girl, it's all about them grass. It's all about them grass.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yay!
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yay!
I know I'll be gushing over my nieces when they do stuff like that.
I know, right?
Oh, he's so cute.
I know that, man.
And my daughter jealous. She'll be like, ugh, all you talk about is Sophie and Skylar. All you talk about, I'm like, okay, they're 3 and 4 months.
Man, I tell you, I went over there the other day because I bought him 2 new shoes for Christmas, and he needed some new shoes because he's a thick baby, and his feet is extra wide and stuff. So I wanted him to have his shoes now instead of waiting. Well, when I was leaving, oh my God, I tried to sneak out the house. You know how you try to sneak out the house when you know your kids is being dropped off somewhere. And so I tried to sneak out the house so he wouldn't see me. And boy, when he ran back out of his bedroom and he just looked. And I'm standing on the other side of the door, just make sure he don't cry. And he was with his mom and them, so I left and I heard him crying. He just bust out crying. And my son was like, because Cameron was over there too. He's like, it's okay, nephew. It's okay, nephew. You'll see her this weekend. And I'll start beating on the door. No, Cameron, open the door. Open the door. He's crying. I couldn't walk away. And so I opened the door and said, dang, Mom, you were supposed to just leave. And so as soon as he saw me, he ran and jumped in my arms. And so I kind of had to wean him away. We try to make him laugh.
My kids used to do that with my mama. Oh my gosh, my mom would walk out the door. My son would sit there at the door and just holler and scream. And I'm like, dude, she picks you up from school every day. You will see her tomorrow. And if you want to cry, go in your room and shut the door. Because nobody wants to hear it.
Man, I know I love mine.
I was just it just broke my heart. Because I ain't had no baby cry for me since my kids was little.
My grandson do that every damn day. He man. He do that all the time. He
She said she loves your channel.
Hey,
And
Zeta.
she wish you can bring back the pastor.
But Zeta said I'm new here and wish they could bring back the pastor. How you know about the pastor if you're new here?
That means she ain't been watching the videos.
She just said
All
she's
right.
new
Well,
here.
she didn't
When you
say,
say you're
she
new
didn't
She
here,
say,
may be new in the chat.
no,
She may
when
be
people
new in the
normally
chat.
say they're new here, they normally be like, I'm new to your channel. That's what it normally means.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
this I left the channel
oh
on when
yeah,
she can bring it back.
we'll get the pastor back on here probably next starting on.
She talking about Reverend Jean.
Yeah, we gotta bring the church back to the hood table because these heathens y'all be cutting up and my pastor need to pray.
I know you ain't talking because
Okay, 'cause she the damn ringleader.
That no.
The circus master.
Oh, hey, see, I who the one who I always gotta who the one who always gotta put this banner up for?
Well, yeah, we got that for bro, but still.
Yeah, I'm a heathen for Jesus.
I just be over here sipping my little coffee or sipping my little drink, enjoying y'all.
Don't act innocent because you get in it too sometimes.
Exactly, because she always trying to sell somebody the master.
They lying. They lying on me. They lying. Y'all lying.
You're always trying to sell us the master.
Y'all always lying.
Look, I'm just trying to raise enough funds for the building fund. Shit, I can get everything else gonna come in handy.
We need a new screw in the door handle in the bathroom.
Damn right. In fact, hold on, y'all.
Proud
in fact, that old white. He said a proud heathen. I know that's right. Say we some heathens for the Lord. You know everything got to be for the Lord. You know we got to do it for because we got to take the pictures. We got to take the pictures.
Now wait a minute. When this blizzard supposed to be coming through?
After you take the pictures.
Shut up. When the blizzard coming?
After you take the pictures.
Said Very Carey sent me. Oh, thank you, Very Carey. Very Carey was in here earlier.
She
was always in here.
Y'all make sure y'all support Isaac. He just did his first live on.
Well, shit, you need to say it like, some of us people are a little bit old, a little elderly, so we get sometimes and go to sleep.
I'm sorry, I gotta hear it, baby.
Yeah, we go to sleep.
And,
some of us won't go to sleep early.
Let me get his link. I'm gonna get his link real quick.
Well, y'all, I love y'all, but I have been on my meds for too long.
Yeah, she over there about to pass out. You drew it yet?
Okay. I put the link.
I did that in the middle of the night.
I put the link in the chat for the people who want to subscribe to Isaac's channel. He did a really good live the other day. I actually didn't even finish it. I was watching it this morning, and then I had to go live for my show, so I'll pick back up where I left off. But yeah, it was really interesting live what I've heard so far. He was talking about different things going on in the
LGBTQIA
in the community.
In the alphabet community, honey.
There you go.
Yes, but he just did his first live, and he'll be doing more content on
Yay!
So all the people on the panel, everybody on our panel has YouTube channels, you guys. I know Sislo, she's going to be live later on Trash Talk, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Sislo is going to be live on Trash Talk Alley later, so let me put her link in here, and she is going to be discussing the past.
And I'm talking about other stuff. But listen,
Sislo, what's his name?
Lamar Whitehead, Blackhead.
Lamar Blackhead. I mean Whitehead.
Don't he look like Damian Hall from Guy?
Take the pictures.
Well, yeah, he kind of does, huh?
Oh.
I looked at him. That was the first thing I seen. I was like, he look like Damian Hall from Guy. Aaron Hall brother.
Yes. Well, I just put Karma Diva's channel in there as well, and I got my bros channel in there.
What you say, Sislo?
What's a good time?
What's a good time?
I'm not. If you go earlier before I get off, then I can be in the chat.
Yeah, she can't be on there talking when she got to be working with all them old heathens that she got to call and get their stuff straight. Me, I'm a Roman heathen. I get to move up and down. So whenever you going live.
Oh, and then I just put Count Amaru, which is my bro down here in the corner.
Yeah, because I got some
link on there. So please check out all their links and subscribe to their links and put the notification bell. Everybody on my screen has a channel. Shout out to the content creators in the chat who slid through to make a comment. Isaac.
Yes, thank you all.
And Very Carrie. Jackson 2300 has a channel as well. Sag has a channel. Georgia Peach, GA Peach. I don't know if GA Peach has a channel or not, but I do know Sag Life has a channel.
Vibrant Lowell.
Vibrant Lowell is doing some content now. So everybody make sure you check out those. And I like to always shout out, if I can, the people in the chat who have channels. But shout out to everybody, but definitely to the ones who have channels so y'all can try to support them and get more content, more good commentary from them as well. But on that note, I know Karma Diva got a dip. I got a dip too. Bro, he's at work. Thank you, bro, for tuning in. I know he was busy earlier, but it's always.
I'm good. All I gotta do, girl, please. I gotta do is just check on some vacuums and do a little bit. They doing deep cleaning. I ain't doing shit.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you guys on here, like always. Sis,
at least you can admit it.
Yes, it's always a pleasure.
3:30, I'm out the door.
Yeah, tonight we're going to support Sislow's channel. So tonight we're going to be on Sislow's. I dropped the link. Her channel is Trash Talk Alley. So we're going to be over there cutting up, talking about Pastor Bishop Blackhead.
Isaac.
Yes. Isaac, you slide on us, Isaac. Oh, he said he subscribed. Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure you slide on us tonight, Isaac, if you can. Sislow, we probably going to be live, around
Yeah, we appreciate it. I just subscribed to him too. Yeah, tell him Shondo.
8:30.
8:30 Central Time is good for me. If you want to do 8:30 Central.
Okay, so that'll be like 9:30 my time.
Yeah, unless I get off at 7:30, but I need a little breather when I get off. So
you can't get the items.
Do 8. If you want to do 8, I can do that. Or 8:30.
Okay.
So you can't get the items below. So that means don't get the itis at 8 o'clock your time.
I'm gonna eat lunch and then I'm gonna make sure I don't eat around that time, so I'll be up here fall asleep.
Yeah, y'all both gonna catch the itis.
Yeah, Isaac said he already subscribed to both of your channels.
All right. Well, everyone have a blessed week. Have a blessed holiday. Oh, thank you, Zeta. Yes. I was just saying, everyone have a safe week, please. Have a blessed week. If you can donate to those who have been displaced and disenfranchised this week, I'm sure they would appreciate it.
Yes, I just put that link in there again. Thanks for mentioning that, Carmen. I just put the link in there again for the Omaha Foundation. So everybody who was displaced, it was 165 families, 165 families that was displaced yesterday in our city. Excuse me, if you just got here, rewind.
In below zero temps and
the city.
We got a blizzard coming and Christmas. So
yes, we have a blizzard coming. And again, I showed y'all the temperatures this week. The rest of this week is gonna feel like with the wind chills, -20, -30 with the wind chills this week. So a lot of people are being displaced days before Christmas when it's really cold here. So if you want to be of help, no pressure. We're going to donate too. I'm going to donate tomorrow when I get paid. But if you want to donate anything to those families, there's the link right there.
And if we ain't got it, Jean funky ass got it because she the one that's over there regulating all the money. So y'all go hit that help her
Jean Stothert, I hope she do donate. I'm sure she can give a good 50,000.
Right.
She gonna donate, all right. She gonna probably try to donate another hit out on somebody. But anyway.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And on that note, look. On that note.
Like I said, let me put my little hold up. The views and opinions expressed in this video.
Well, it's the truth. God don't like ugly. He sure ain't fond of pretty.
Of the hood table, nor is affiliates. Okay. All right. So on that note, it's time to go. Okay, made a little wash.
Between me
brush
and
off.
you.
Amen.
While we're
One
absent,
from the
one
other.
from another, I say unto one, I say unto all, watch and pray. And
And
please
free hell.
remember the reason for the season, y'all. All y'all out
Yes.
there,
Yes.
there's so much going on in this world. If somebody can't get you something that you really want or that you really expect, please, please be mindful. The
That's
reason
right.
for the season, and think about all these people who are displaced,
Yes.
who have to literally start all over from scratch.
And be grateful even if you is ugly, because you know there's somebody out here that's dead ugly.
Oh Lord. Oh Zeta, the link that I put in the chat, that's the link to the website for our Omaha Foundation, our government. That's the government link in the chat. So you can click that link, and once you get to that link, it tells you how you can send a donation.
Yes.
I'm about to start a YouTube channel called.
Those donations do not come to us. That is a
At
government
all.
link for our city, for the people who were displaced. So when I get paid tomorrow, I'm gonna click that same link and send a donation. So that is not affiliated with the Hood Table
At all.
at all.
I'm gonna have a new YouTube channel coming out too called The Mysteries of Shondo.
Oh Lord. I'm
Okay.
waiting on you. I'm waiting on. I think, man, I'm
I'm about to go.
You insist me to start going live on your channel. You insist.
Yeah, she already wants to start going with me and her.
Like, let me know when it's time to go. We can.
Yeah, she want to start one. She want me and her to start one. So I said, okay.
know, and we've been waiting.
That's my
I
baby.
know Diva gotta
We
go.
get some things together. No, she got it. She on it. That's why I free. You know, she got the little extra time right now while I'm out here. You know, get my job.
Bro, get you hooked up with the StreamYard, and it's easy. I'm sure you can figure it out. But
yeah, because I want to pay. I don't want no limited. I need to pay whatever that is that pay. I can do that in about a week or so.
yeah, they got the free version. The lowest
2
level,
hours a month. Man, get out of here
yeah, that's
with
the free version. I paid a 25, and that has worked greatly for me. I mean, you get unlimited, and you get up to 10 people on your platform for guests. So that works perfect for me. But if you need the there's other things you can get for $50 a month, so I don't need all that. But
yeah, I ain't that much talking in the world.
Yeah, that's what most people get, the $25 a month one.
Yeah, right. You know how we get on Fridays.
Or for those that need to take the pictures.
Oh Lord. Yeah, we gonna be talking about taking some pictures tonight on Cislo's channel when we gonna be going live discussing Pastor Bishop Whitehead. So y'all tune in to Cislo's channel. I dropped her link in the chat for Trash Talk Alley. So subscribe to that channel. We'll be over there tonight around between 8 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So join us for that, and stay safe, everybody. Be blessed. Always remain vigilant at all times. Happy holidays to everyone. And always remember the what?
Keep it good.
And brush your teeth. And free Kim and Cosby didn't do it. And we're gonna start another ministry called not Shondo Ministries, but it's gonna be called I can't remember yet. TV. Now don't you be up here falling asleep, dude, and on live that you want to show the top of her forehead.
Oh Lord, I didn't even know I pushed the.
I'm up there like Turbo Diva. We see the curls, girl. We see the curls coming through, child. I
pushed the camera.
Quit trying to show off your curly hair. No, my hair be my hair.
It is juices and berries.
I need juice, berries. I need some. Some ultra sheen. I need some ultra sheen, a new wig. I need it all.
That's what
I need an ultra perm to make it straight.
I'm going to invent me a wig line with leather chin straps. I think I'm playing.
Oh, well, make sure you sign me up for some. I'll buy some with a chin strap too, because you know the winters get here, the wind be cold, and you gotta hold the wig down. So yeah, I need a wig with a chin strap.
A leather chin strap.
Woo! And make sure
all right, it's time to go back to work.
On the wig to hold the glasses in place. You know. So
oh, that too. Yeah, I'm girl. Well, y'all
you
giving me
just
some ideas.
slide your glasses on your forehead, and it goes right into your wig.
Oh yeah, slide right. Yeah, that would not be good, especially if the wind blow, get your eyeglass, get your glasses caught in that wig, like your eyes is all hairy and stuff. Yeah, girl. Anyway, y'all going back to sleep.
Yeah, all
We
right.
already know who's asleep.
Yeah, I'm
God,
about to
you
get
going
back.
back to sleep.
Yeah, I'm about to get back to what I was doing before I jumped on here. But yes, everybody stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times. Happy holidays. Remember to always keep it hood. Keep
And
it.
brush your teeth, because Bishop Joseph Joe Jackson Johnson Jr. said so.
Oh Lord. Goodbye, you guys. I love you
Bam.
guys. Peace.